Good evening, Maxim. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our cozy corner of the internet where we are chatting all things about AI. I'm Nadia, and here is Maxim as well.
Hi everyone.
With us today, hello. Uh, it's your guide on the digital journey. Today, we are unpacking a big topic that's been on everyone's mind, the tech layoffs of 2023 and what's coming in 2024. But first, let's start with your questions. First question we got from our audience. It was about why are so many tech companies laying off employees? But before we will start, I want to start from a small intro because 2023 was a tough year for the tech industry with a lot of job cuts. Over 240,000 jobs were lost worldwide, and big companies like Google and Amazon reduced their staff. People are wondering when these job cuts will stop. While 2024 is still uncertain, there might be new opportunities coming up. I'm not sure. There is a big debate going on. Some think artificial intelligence will help create jobs, while others worry it might lead to even more job losses. Uh, there is Here is what been happening recently. The beginning of the year saw about 7,785 jobs cut in tech, as tracked by layoffs.fi. Google and Amazon announced they're cutting more jobs. Those job cuts seem to be part of a bigger trend where companies are using AI and machines to do jobs more efficiently, which sometimes means fewer jobs for people. Because of these big job cuts, a new trend called layoffs theories has started. People who lost their jobs are recording and sharing their experiences online. So first question, why are so many tech companies laying off employees? Max, let's try to figure out an answer on that question to our audience. What do you think about it?
Usually it's different reasons for layoffs, but as everyone think it's because of AI, but I don't think so because we previously had COVID. At times of COVID, all governments prints a lot of money, and it created the big inflation. For at the moment when this money was printed out, the inflation was stopped because people didn't have job. A lot of businesses was on stop, on hold, and people wasn't able to spend money because they weren't able to go into shop, they weren't able to go to some restaurant and so on. They weren't able to go in other countries to just traveling and so on. So it's just stopped the economic, but the printing a lot of money and giving the money almost for free. So the credits was almost free. It became a really big amount of money was given to the people, and for now, after COVID, we get new crisis because of war, because of um, breaking deliveries between the countries, supply chains was broken by COVID, and then the war, then food crisis because of war in Ukraine, and everything creates really high inflation rate. And to fight with inflation, all governments started to raise the not taxes but rates for credits. So the credits became much more expensive. For example, for in Poland, credits for the um, apartments it was around 2% on COVID's time, and now it can be sometimes more than 10%, which is like 5 times higher rates. And as a result, the companies, new companies, couldn't take money from the banks, so they for getting this money, they need to have margin of their business much more than this 10%. And usually this 10% is just for apartments, like credit for apartments, which is much lower rates. And for the businesses, it could be even worse. So 15% maybe, or something like this. It's depending on a country. It's pretty. You need to have really good marginality on your business. So it means a lot of businesses starting to close themselves. And when you have such kind of stuff, usually people stop to buy things. And it affects the big companies as well. And the big companies getting the lower income. And they still want to show the good results for their investors. And how can they do? If they couldn't increase their income, they need to reduce their spendings. And what is the easiest way to reduce spendings? You're just closing the parts of your companies which are not really important for you, which is not crucial for you. Maybe some R&D's parts, maybe some uncertain directions, maybe some directions like you can decrease teams, for example, remove some junior developers which you take for, I would say, future or something like this, or you're cutting other edge of the uh, highest paid of employees, like the most senior people, because well, your business can work without them. They're kind of moving your forward, but you think, okay, I will hire this person later. So they're cutting budgets. This is the main reason, because I don't know any company which say, okay, we need to reduce amount of people because AI happens in the world. Adoption of AI is on a pretty low rate. Most of the companies have no idea how to adopt the AI in their job, and most of the companies just start to try to do something with it. AI will affect the job. AI will do people more efficient, but it shouldn't affect the cutting of the jobs. For now, at least for now. For now, it will increase the complexity of tasks which people can do. But in the future, well, it can be. It can be a thing, because when we reduce the complexity of current task and increase the complexity of possible tasks which we can do, we're getting the situation when people need to adapt to the new challenges, and they need to learn. They need to learn new things. They need to learn new tools, AI tools or other tools, and it takes some time. But when people have enough time to learn it and start to work with it, that's okay. But we are living in the time when everything increase in the speed, and the new technologies, new tools, and new completely new ways to do stuff start to happen faster and faster. And at some point, people won't be able to get to have enough time to learn these new tools and getting the imagine some new possibilities for themselves. But AI will start to take these places, but it will be in the future.
So from your words, we understand that for sure layoffs impact the overall tech industry, and what happens that because the tech sector relies heavily on stocks and borrowings. When interest rates rise, borrowing become more expensive and stock decline. Rates are at their highest level in over 2 decades and climbing, making more tech layoffs virtually inevitable. Uh, and secondly, staff who directly contribute to building, selling, or servicing the company's core product are least likely to be laid off in 2024, while those in middle management and support roles are more vulnerable. But in new or experimental divisions outside the company's bread and butter, even engineers and salespeople need to watch out. It's like for your situation because you're an engineer and from my perspective because I'm scrum master and project manager, so I need to watch out and need to be aware of that layoffs. So you mentioned also AI. Upskilling into AI also may be one answer. In 2024, the global tech sector faced a paradox: a 50% increase in tech layoffs, resulting in over 240,000 job losses worldwide, coincided with significant investments in artificial intelligence. This scenario highlighted a complex interplay between technological advancement and job insecurity, casting a shadow over the future of employment. Despite those challenges, the US labor market showed resilience and adaptability with growing need for workers skilled in generative AI, as indicated by a notable increase in job postings mentioning Gen AI. This trend suggests a shift toward a more AI integrated job market, requiring professionals to adapt and require new skills to thrive in an evolving employment landscape. We probably will talk about those new skills a little bit later, but in this video. Um, so, yeah, we talked about inflation, we talked about COVID, but what are the most common reasons behind these layoffs? Do we have something else which could cause job cuts?
Yeah, like as I said, the mostly it's finance. Finance that we had COVID, we had pretty cheap money, and cheap money it means that for example you're an investor, you have many billions of dollars, and you think, okay, I need to do something with this money, because if I won't do it, the inflation will eat all my money. And you look at banks, uh, and when the uh, rate of the uh, rate of the in the banks rates are low, it means that if you put the money in the banks, you'll get the 1-2% back in a year. You think, okay, it's not something interesting, I will look for some startup maybe, or some uh, stock market, or so I will invest money in some business. Probably business will bring me more money, and you start to invest, and a lot of different startups start to get money really easily, without any problems, and that's cool for them. They get a lot of money, I don't know, 10 millions, 100 millions, somebody less, somebody more, and they start to hire people because all of these startups need people. They starting to take these people from the everywhere, and we start to see that it's not enough people because the rates was cut really hard, and money started to go almost for free. A lot of startups, a lot of people was taking without skills, and when you're taking the people without skills, you start to learn them, and these people start to you start to teach them, and these people started to learn new things, and they became specialists. So we have the growth of the amount of specialists in the world, And then when the rates go up, we investors see, okay, for now the rates are pretty high, and for example, if I take my money and put in the bank, I will get 10% of return per year. So maybe it's not so bad, and probably not every business will bring me the same amount. And here I can put the money in the bank and get this 10%, 100% guarantee, or I can put money in a business with risk. So a lot of investors started to choose put money in the bank, and it means that startups stop taking the money. A lot of startups won't get the second round. It means these startups also are clients of the big companies, because every startups run on Google, Amazon, or Azure, so they're putting money inside Microsoft. It's a profit of Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. It's a profit of other big companies, because these startups just buying the services. And when these startups start to closing themselves, start to cut their money, they stop to paying for people and decrease amount of just closing. They stop to spending money for services which is not so necessary for them to avoid closing, and they know they won't get the next round of investments. It means that in general, companies like Google sees a decrease of their income, not only from the B2C clients, not only from the people from the street, but from the people which works inside the companies, so from businesses, and it's completely different amount of money. So when the Google and Amazon and Facebook and all these companies like see that, okay, the income is falling, we need to do something with it. We need to still getting income, because if we'll show that we don't have income, our investors will sell our stocks. So, and they are thinking, okay, we need to do something with it, and they're cutting teams. So it just works like this. So I would say that layoffs will be stopped, but it's still a question if we still have um, more layoffs than hires on the COVID time. I'm not sure how it looks for now, but after the first wave of the layoffs, the amount of people which was fired, it was just like less than half, which comparing to the amount of people which was hired on the COVID time. So if we hire like super big amount of people and then decreasing the amount, and it's still more than it was before, so it's okay. But the thing is here that people which was hired at the time of COVID, they already have some skills, and without COVID we just would have less people with the skills, for example with engineering skills, than without this COVID. So that's a reason why a lot of people for now won't able to find a job, even if in the absolute values there are more jobs than it was before.
hmm As you mentioned, that Google, Amazon uh, had a lot of layoffs in 2023, and what will be in tech layoffs in 2024? Who will be next one? Last year, Google decided to reduce its workforce by approximately 20,000 roles. As for the layoffs today, Pichai said in his recent internal memo to the company employees, we have ambitious goals and will be investing in our big priorities this year. The reality is that to create the capacity for this investment, we have to make tough choices. Amazon layoffs also add to the overall tech layoff trend, which has spilled into 2024. The company announced plans to cut several hundred employees at the Prime Video and MGME studio departments. A survey of 3,000 professionals reveals that layoffs have hit about 6,500 jobs across prominent studios such as Amazon Games, Ubisoft, Epic Games, and Niantic, affecting roughly one-third of developers directly or indirectly in 2023. And also, Spotify Wrapped shows the power of AI while cutting 1,500 jobs. Many companies are increasingly promoting the idea that the success of AI is not at the expense of jobs. Um, Datamir, Datamir, the company cuts 20% of staff. It's a lot. Mm, it it made significant workforce reduction. Um, and also Klarna CEO Sebastian Siemiatkowski recently revealed a controversial strategic move by instituting a hiring freeze because he believes AI can do the job instead. What sets Klarna's approach apart in its commitment to refraining from layoffs and instead focusing on the potential of AI to handle tasks that once demanded significant human effort? Szymanowski told things that previously took people a lot of time can be done much faster and much shorter, and we need fewer people to do the same stuff. The right thing for us is just to say, let's not recruit now, let's see how this plays out. While this shift towards AI promises undeniable advantages in terms of operational excellence and innovation, it raises pertinent concerns about the impact of on employment and regulatory considerations. Yes, we understand why there are so many tech layoffs in the aftermath of the recruitment surge post-pandemic. Its lingering effects remain evident. Tech firms overspend on growing their staff sizes. Now, they experience a pressing need to recalibrate their ranks and align to the needed levels. There is a heightened anticipation surrounding the potential labor cost efficiencies from adopting AI. While it's believed that AI might replace some jobs or parts of jobs currently performed by human workers, it's important to note that these expectations might be ahead of their time. Nevertheless, given AI advancements, companies are preparing for a major organizational shift. So, how to be prepared for the layoffs? How a regular developer or engineer or project manager should be prepared for the layoff?
First of all, I would mention the part that some people, some CEOs, think that okay, we'll wait with the hiring and maybe AI will just do it for us. Well, first of all, you need to find people who will be able to uh, adopt this AI and make this AI help you with it. At this moment, most of the businesses want to replace people with AI, but not many companies really did it, really was successful with it because to do it you need to hire people with these skills, which and these people are not cheap. It's not, we didn't have this wave with hiring um, of Gen AI on COVID's time. We don't have these specialists on the market. We have a lot of specialists on the old market without AI because at the COVID times we didn't have this hype about AI yet. And if people think that okay, we'll find on the market people who knows what is Gen AI, like they will easily go in ChatGPT and generate us everything. I don't know, they will replace all our marketing, all our video production, all our developers, all our marketing, and everything. But no, unfortunately, it's not like this. And for people who won't avoid to be part of layoffs, well, it's the best time to learn these skills, to learn how you can work with AI in your job, how you can use it in your job. And to do it, you need to be really creative, because if you won't, well, you can just going with stuff which other people do, but you need to learn a lot. You need to understand how it works, why it works, and why it doesn't work. Because AI still have a lot of limitations. You need to understand this. You need to understand how to write good prompts, how to work with different models, why these models can answer you good or bad, how you can fine tune these models, how you can play with parameters, how you can play with system prompts, which AI exists on the market, what is the difference between AIs, and like first of all, just learning, always learning something new, and it's a protection for all the times
Yeah,
because
I completely agree with you. Learning is always the best idea, and getting different certificates is also nice. But the main question about mostly about people, are senior or junior roles more at risk during the layoffs?
yes, yes, definitely, because usually the company hires juniors to um, well, the strategy to hire junior, it's when you are not able to find the middle guy, uh, you hire junior to grow him to be a middle guy. Like you hire good junior, spend half a year to train, and you get more or less medium guy who's still getting less money than middle, but already do some work on the level. When you have enough middles, well, it's okay. For example, in the engineering, in the development, in the web development, programming, and so on, the middle guys is the part of people who are really writing the code, who really do the shit. So this is people who really write the most percent of the code, because they already know how to do it, they already know how to write it, but they still not so no, not too much to be a senior guy who already doesn't want to write some boring code which he already wrote so many times. So just leave me alone. So I want to give it for someone, and just, I don't know, make a trainings and so on. Uh, or for example, making architecture and growing further. So the medium guys, it's people who want to become senior, so they want to improve their skills. Well, if it's good medium guy, because not everyone works like this. Sometimes people just, okay, I can write a code and it's enough for me. That's okay for me. It's not the thing which companies wants. Companies wants people who grows. And yeah, so for juniors, when on the market it's enough middle guys. It's a lot of middle guys on the market, and companies can hire them. For juniors, it's hard times starts, because yeah, you just hire middle guy, and they do the work for affordable amount of money. And yeah, so for juniors, it's just trying. They just need to try harder, and again, learning how they can improve their work in AI, with AI. I mean, and for example, for programmers, it's using a lot of tools like GitHub, Copilot, or some other stuff like there are other uh, alternative like Amazon Q. I think IntelliJ started AI assistant as an alternative, and Google Duet Duet AI also an alternative for the Copilot. So yeah, there are plenty of them for now. Um, Mostly they kind of same. They have kind of same functionality. They work pretty similar. So just try, just adopt it in your work. Just try to use some chats, chatbots, combine it with copilots and so on, and yeah, you'll be able to increase your performance. You'll be able to um, do your job better because junior will be able to easily win the middle guy if just know the AI better because AI also help to learn new stuff. For example, junior doesn't understand some code and he can just ask for AI to explain it. Like just explain me this piece of code and it will explain you and you will learn. You will start to understand this code and you will learn that okay, if I want to do something similar, I just can write some similar code. So it's a way how you can learn without senior guys because when remote work starts for juniors it's the worst thing because usually junior programmers was stick to senior guys, start to learn in the office. Senior guys just make some advices, do some small helps, which grows a lot, which affect in the fast growth for junior developers. That's why, for example, every company usually build a team with senior people, middle guys, and juniors. So usually seniors, their main role is uh, teaching other people, like middle guys and junior guys, and growing them, help them to grow. Yeah, but I think that for other jobs, it's kind of same. You still have some uh, super super advanced people who already know everything, all the processes, know everything. You still have some people who know more or less, know their part of the job. I don't know, maybe in management or in marketing. It's kind of same. You have some stars who knows everything but do nothing. You have some people who knows just enough to do the job and they're doing their job. And you have some juniors who have no idea what happens in there and just going to everyone and asking.
Yeah, Maxim, is getting laid off the same as getting fired from a simple employee perspective? How to understand you was fired or you got laid off?
Well, usually when we're talking about get fired, it's usually mostly means that you did something wrong and well you wasn't able to work at all. You're I don't know
It's probably about
you
full performance.
yeah, it's
Maybe.
mostly connected with performance, with some bad behavior, some other reasons, but usually fired it means that okay, I'm not the best person for this job, so probably you need to think about changes. Layoffs, it's usually that okay, we have some position and this position won't exist anymore. And usually when you fired, well, company will find a replacement for you and will hire somebody new on your place. Yeah, and layoff it's just a removing position.
Yeah. It's like downsizing or shifting business needs, and they're not the employee's fault for sure.
Yeah.
But Will tech layoffs continue in 2024?
Most probably, because we still the economic is not restored. We still has a problem with it. The war still exists, not only in Ukraine but in some other places. There's some conflicts which can make economy feel not so well. So yeah, most probably we will have the trend in the same direction. I would expect this, but maybe something will change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now I propose to discuss how to avoid the layoffs because we mentioned that we can get new certificates, we can up our skills, but on what tech jobs we can pay attention in this year. Let's discuss this topic with you, Maxim. And based on ChatGPT. Yeah. So as we approach a future driven by artificial intelligence, what are the highest paying tech jobs and how can you future proof your career? So on 10th place, we have computer network engineer. Is it regular engineer? Is it developer, Maxim?
Sorry, could you repeat
Yeah,
once more?
I talked about the rate of those roles for 2024 and on 10th place we have computer network engineer and I ask is it regular engineer developer?
Computer network engineer is more about related with the networks, so just how computers connect to each other. It's kind of administrative part. Um, yeah, it's related stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to mention that I wouldn't recommend to go with certifications, courses, and stuff like this because usually it's still slow. So if we're talking about, for example, universities, educational system, it's super slow. It's not relevant at all for now because until you create a program for learning, it will take few years. You will learn it few years, and after that, your knowledge most probably will be irrelevant. With the certifications and the
Mhm.
courses, it's a little bit better, but still it's pretty slow because while certificates creates all the time, they need to be updated. And well, if you're going in some more or less stable field, that's okay. It will You'll be able to work a few years. um, but uh, if we're talking about um, good strategy for people, I would say that just take and do the stuff. You want to do something, you want to try something, start to do it. You have enough knowledge in the internet with LLM models, with all AI tools. You have helper, uh, like you have companion, you have the person who can help you to learn everything. And learning by doing, it's the best possible way. If you just don't know what to do, just start to do something. Just start to solve your own problem. Just start to imagine what problems do you have in your life and start to fix it. You can learn how to fix it from the internet and using some AI models, using some chat bots and so on. You
Yes.
just ask like how to do it. Let's plan how to do it. What should I learn how to do it? I don't know. You can just write how I can create a website, and you'll find a lot of stuff. You'll find a lot of no codes tools. You can find the way to write a code, small code snippets if you need. Using AI, you can just generate it and start to do something. Probably you won't create a business for yourself, but you'll create a thing you can show for other people. You can just show that okay, I can do it. Maybe you can I know launch some application which will help you in your daily life. but with your hobby, for example, you create it and you can show for your future employee, because if you say, okay, I spent half a year to go through courses, I have few certificates, so what? Can you code? No. Can I give you the task and you will do it? No. But if you show that you already did it, you already created some application, some website, some maybe not perfect, but still you created it and you can show it and it works. That's a proof. That's a most relevant proof, and you will learn much more than for any course.
Yeah, I agree, but for from certification perspective, I disagree because, for example, for cybersecurity, the most it's like the best certification. It's a certified information system security professional. For our audience, you can write down the name, and it's recognized like by employees around the world, often referred to as the gold standard. As such, gaining the qualification is very likely to be a good investment in yourself. At the same time, because okay, you have those skills, but managers would prefer another guy with certificates, for example, or with uh, another knowledge you got in university. But yeah, I agree with you. It's shitty because you spend a lot of time and the knowledge is from the past. But yes, sometimes manager focus on it. And I also want to go through the list which AI proposed to us today, to that list with high paid jobs for 2024. So on tenth place we had computer network engineer. On ninth we have product manager. It's probably only one from manager perspective. It's only one role. Uh, and on eighth we have front end developer. It's still nice to be a front end developer, and but you can earn up to $130 per year, thousand, $100,000 per
If you're
year.
in US, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh, but at the same time, yeah, we have on seventh place we have AI machine learning engineer. The winning combination of artificial intelligence and machine learning (ML) has become the bedrock of modern technological advancement. So you can be the better version of yourself as a developer if you will combine machine learning knowledge and AI, and you can get up to 140,000 in US. Okay, and on six we have cybersecurity engineer. Uh, it's interesting, and you will get up to 165,000 for experienced professionals. On fifth, it's data scientist. It's up to 171,000. For cloud engineer, Max, are you cloud engineer or who you are?
I'm CEO of Symbiote AI. But yeah, I know cloud stuff, so
Yeah, because you have
I'm a
that
technical
certificate
person.
from AWS. It's huge. That certificate is also on that list. Uh, third place, cloud security engineer. Second, second, blockchain engineer, and you are blockchain engineer.
Yeah,
And you can get salary up to 185,000 annually.
nice.
Right.
Nice to
And
know.
yeah, in the first place, you can guess. Okay.
Have no idea.
Are you sure? It's cloud solutions architect. It's you, probably,
Yeah,
because you
yeah, I
have
have all the skills from the top.
Google Cloud. And how much? You can get up to 200,000.
Yeah, probably
So
I should quit from doing startups and just go into cloud engineers, solution architects, and so on.
oh, I'm not sure it's a good idea. But I have the last question. How did layoffs affect the situation in startups? Do you have a lot of volunteers for now to work for free, or do you have a lot of people on those roles you're looking for?
Yeah, so as I said, that people can do some stuff for their hobbies and so on, but like participating in the early stage startup also is a good stuff because you can get uh, stuff done with some team. And answering your question, yeah, for at this time when people have an options to do nothing or work in startup, a lot of them choosing the second one. Yeah, there are a lot of volunteers and a lot of people who want to build their startups, but for now the startups are much harder to build. Like not to build, but to find investments or clients because of crisis. But still possible. Still possible.
Oh, you know what? I'm confused, but I'm glad that I see that information here because I also googled 12 highest paying AI jobs for 2024, and I found one role. It's I will tell you, a robotic engineer.
Yeah.
And I was working with those engineers, and they are getting normal salary. It is more than I expected because
It's
yeah, those engineers was working with CAD or CAM vision systems and and so on, and it's pretty
yeah, it's
nice.
the robotic AI brings new life into robotics, and for now it's super hot topic, which is not so hot from the perspective of people, and except people who watch videos and see, oh, it's so cool, and it's not so much people who really interested into it. But for now, it's the stage when some like a few years ago, a lot of AI companies show, okay, our AI win in some game. I don't know, it was AlphaGo when the AI wins in Go, or Dota 2 challenge when AI wins the champions in Dota 2. Some other hide and seek games where AI just playing with itself. So a lot of different research, a lot of different videos, and so on. People just see it, say, okay, it's looks super cool, but have no idea why they need it. So nobody need it. Same in the robotics, at least for now, because okay, everything looks super cool, but where can I buy it? Can I go in the shop and buy robots for me? Yeah, not yet. So, or for example, even if Elon Musk will launch the robot, well, for 20 thousands, probably not much people will buy it. But after a few years, we'll have a lot of changes in the robotics. And yeah, and after for these 20 thousands, people will get pretty stupid robot because it's the first version. Well, come on, the first Android was piece of shit. So it's not something cool. And usually the early adopters is people who getting not the best result, but they're happy about this. For example, same was with Google Glass, which has a super hype, but for now nobody knows it. It still work uh, on some workers, like manual workers. They find their niche, but on the market, like user consumer market. There's no Google glasses, but other glasses start to become for now. Still same with robotics probably. For now, it will be on the big companies, and after a few years, we'll see robots everywhere. It will be some ChatGPT like event, because when ChatGPT was launched for the world, people was shocked about this, and it was super big hype, and everyone in the world understood, okay, we can do it with this stuff. And yeah, and also it was Stable Diffusion which was launched, and people started to generate images at the same time with text and combine them together and getting some crazy result, which people think, okay, probably it will be accessible in 10 years or something, and they can just launch it and give it to you right now, and people just, what? Yeah, so nobody expected. Well, most of people didn't expect it. Same will be with the robots. People, for now, most of people think, okay, robots, yes, probably 10 years from this point, we'll have a robot at home, and just one launch of a cool product, and everyone will be shocked, and then have a robot at home.
Oh,
Yeah,
so want few robots for myself. It's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
be a huge need.
I'm waiting to replace the vacuum cleaner robot to normal robot who can go and collect the dust from everywhere and clean up the house normally.
And after that, we need to have a robot who will be cooking,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the single robot for do everything, for cleaning, cooking. I don't know, go to the
making
shopping.
shopping,
Yeah,
maybe going outside with our dog,
yeah.
etc.
Play with dog.
Yeah, play with us.
Play with us. Yeah.
Okay. And I also want to manage because I also found few roles which are getting the most is NLP engineer. It's not that NLP which you're thinking about. It's natural language processing engineer.
I've heard about this.
We've heard about this.
Yeah, natural language processing. Yes.
This is nice. It's not NLP because I was thinking about the other NLP.
Which is scam.
It, yeah, yeah, which is scam. And this engineer can get up to 200,000. And those engineers special working on voice assistance, speech recognition, document processing, etc. And another one, computer vision engineer.
Yeah.
It's a specialization in designing and training machine learning models to analyze and extract insights from digital images and videos. It's up to 205,000.
Yeah. That's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it, the generative AI and all this new generation of AIs, it will bring a lot of new professions and a lot of new stuff which you can do. Because before it, people won't able to imagine that, okay, we can extract some information from video just like this. It was a meme where um, somebody came to a programmer and said, okay, we need to detect if this image, for example, have some color, some dominance color like red or something, and he did it quickly. And then, okay, we need to also detect the bird on the picture, and he said, okay, we need $500,000 and team from 20 people and a couple of years to do it. Yeah, so for now it's like this, and do for 5 minutes, and it will be the same. Like technology is growing, and tasks which we wasn't able to solve, we can solve now. It means that we can combine some of this technology and do the much more complex, um, solve much more complex problems and do much more interesting things.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Maxime. And I think it's time to wrap up for now. And for our audience, if you are considering on the career in AI and you want to AI, avoid that layoffs in the world, now it's perfect time to dive in and ride the wave of innovation while securing a financially rewarding future. But it's not only right now the great time. The great time is always to change your position, to change your future. So you can choose machine learning, data analysis, or robotics. There is a high-paying AI job that suits your experience, uh, expertise, and passion. You can choose whatever you want. You can combine probably your position, your expertise with AI if it will be fitting. If not, you can change. So thank you for today. Thank you, Maxim.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Thank. Bye.